We are in this situation, we're in the current situation that we are in because of that.
Yes.
I hope to see a country where youths don't struggle like this. Youths, they're depressed, they're everywhere, they're locked out of opportunities. We have old men like old men like Atwoli, clinging to power and he was bluntly saying youths should not be in power. So I just hope to live in a country where systems work.
Today, my guest is one of the most and fearless people I've ever met, as she's part of the generation that has refused to be silenced. But as her voice grows louder, so does the backlash. As we celebrate this year's 16 Days of Activism, which theme is Unite Against Digital Violence, we're looking at how active citizens, that's what we call them, are using the online space to demand for better governance, especially from this regime that is full of atrocities. And I will give my guest an opportunity to introduce herself. She's not a new face. I'm sure most of you have seen her. And we are very delighted to have her on set today. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. My name is Hanifa Aden. I'm a journalist, a very loud woman, and also a human rights defender, active citizen, many things.
Hanifa, yesterday I was talking to one of my cousins and I was telling her I'm going to interview you. And one thing she told me, just ask her, where does she get this spirit of boldness in her? And how can we acquire the same what she has? So tell me, how did you become this fearless and bold young woman?
I get that question a lot. People ask, how am I so brave, so courageous? And honestly, I guess it's just in me, and just like it's in other women. And I hate it when things are unjust and unfair. So I'm mostly driven by the need to, see things right. It makes me really mad and angry and full of rage. I don't know where the courage comes from. It just comes naturally when you're born in such circumstances, or when you have that need, to set things right. It's just in me. I wish I could say where I get it from or where it comes from, but it's just natural, as it should be with everyone. We should ask the question why. We should be enraged by so many things.
It's true. We are living in very strange time, especially in this bloodthirsty regime, because that's what it is. And sometimes I wonder, if we didn't have your voices, what would happen to not even us, the next generation, who actually, if we are not careful, are going to find the space extremely violent, extremely not conducive for them, especially women and young girls. So the first question I want to ask is, how did you begin using the digital platform for advocacy? What was the motivation?
I was born in Korokocho slums. When you're born in such places, you tend to see the inequality, the injustices happening there from a very young age. So particularly, we had this sewer that was between a school and a hospital. We used to pass there every time, and we used to pass through the sewage every single time. It was really nasty. It was a disgusting sight that existed for over 30 years, and no duty bearer really cared to take care of it. I didn't know growing up I would be the one to fight for our people and get it fixed. I took pictures of the place 4 years ago. I was just really angry. Like I say, I'm always driven by rage and that need to see things and to set things right. So I took pictures, posted on Twitter. gained a lot of attention, a lot of traction. I was really happy. Just with the first post, I told people, guys, come here and see this. This is not fair. We are not children of lesser God. Why should we live like this? I took pictures, went after the governor of Nairobi and told him to fix that place. You see, we went back and forth with him, and that's how the place got fixed. And that is when I began leveraging on my social media platform, because lobbying on ground didn't work for me. I really tried reaching out, but it didn't work. That is how I began using my social media platform, and that's how the journey began.
Wow. I started following you either late last year, I can't remember, but now is when I started looking at your tweets and like the conversation between you and the governor. And I'm like, oh, she's actually not new in this place of advocacy, because I thought you just like popped up because of the protest
many
and
people
all.
Think, I popped up during
the protest.
We've been here for over 4 years.
Imagine, because I saw a photo you are with him in, I think it is the same place, like Korogosho or somewhere.
No,
I think it's
that
Pipeline.
Place actually is in Isili. He also fixed that terrible road that was in 8th Street, I think. He fixed that place. He came to Isili that day. So I was working at Isili Voice. We went to cover him being there. And he saw me, called me. I was just across the road. So he called me and asked and talked about the road. So he was telling me, I keep my promises, meaning that road. So we were advocating for him to fix that road. So he had fixed that road in Isili and also in Pipeline.
So the other day when I sat here with Shakira, she was telling me like 25th of June didn't just happen. There was momentum that began towards now the D-Day. So I'm just curious, like in your work of advocacy, I would want to call you an active citizen. I don't want to call you a feminist activist. I would want to know, like in the sense that when you started it, did you imagine it would be this big? Like Hanifa, like everyone would be speaking about Hanifa. Did you imagine it would get you to this space?
Honestly, I did not, for the life in me, anticipate that it will spiral into something that big. We went, especially on 18th June.
Yes.
That was the very first protest. We were few of us.
Because I remember reading your tweet, you are at Archive.
We were just really, we were very clueless and naive. We said, guys, let's meet at Archives. I was giving out T-shirts and vuvuzelas, banners. Immediately, I alighted from the Uber. So the police came at me. He honestly was insulting me. He insulted me. And I got scared, honestly. It was our first protest. It was my first protest. I was really scared. And then they arrested me. They took us to the cell. I did not anticipate what would follow the next protest. 20th and 25th June. It was mad. No one expected it. I don't even know how to say this, but
so on regarding the 25th of June, the protests were a very defining moment for youth and civic activism in Kenya. How did these digital platforms influence or amplify this protest? Because the hashtags that turned into human chains. Yes.
By the way, the movement last year, I would say 80% relied on social media. It's actually the digital platforms that helped, the digital platform that amplified, that set the pace for us. The conversation of finance bill started on Twitter, on TikTok. People started translating it into different languages. So social media played a really crucial role. Even when we fundraised for over 131 million, I don't think it would have been possible if we were doing it on ground rather than online. So it played such a crucial role. I would say 80% of its success
started from. So, how did your network respond to like the issue of online threats? You know, when we talk about threats, they don't only affect you, even the people close to you. So, your networks respond to online threats or digital surveillance.
It was really hard, especially as a woman. People keep saying we pull the gender card, but it's not. Women have it harder. I would say I was in that space. Unless you are a fierce, mad, loud woman, you will not survive. So it's harder for us. I get threats, ripped threats. You'd get people telling you if you come to the protests, you're going to see this and that. I was manhandled a lot by the police. So you just have to honestly brave yourself. You have to understand what you're in, the space and the environment you're in. You have to brave yourself. I always don't want to look weak, honestly, as much as it is natural. Of course, I have displayed my feelings openly. I've always been raw. I believe in being authentic, but I also don't want people to ever see me down or the propaganda, stereotypes, or agenda working on me. So you have to brave yourself. It comes with it.
Yeah, you have to really, because it's a cause you believe in. So you have decided, you know, like you're going all in. So also the things that are around you, the threats, the everything, you have to brace for it. So let's talk about what we call tech-facilitated gender-based violence, which is the theme of this year's 16 Days of Activism. Can you share some example of some of the tech-facilitated gender-based violence? I know you've mentioned some you've experienced, such as online harassment, the cyber threats, or even hacking, you know, because now people are really want to know, is this young woman who is so vocal? I remember there's also the way Shakira was telling me, like when you're a Muslim woman, there's this notion like you're supposed to be like this. Already being a woman is hard, you understand? So now that you're wearing her hijab, like what are some of the violence you face? Because it's not even about the June protest. I've seen you advocate for so many things, because there's a time you were talking about a child pedophile in, is it Mandera or one of those counties there? So what are some of the TFGBV you have faced?
Before the Gen Z protest, the entire blowing up things, I used to extremely and highly advocate for children and women. And children who were defiled in the northeastern counties. I would take the cases, highlight them online. And honestly, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart how this country treats children and the responses to it. Every time I come out to talk about a certain case that happened in northeastern, the Islamophobia, the Somali phobia comes out. And that has been my life on social media. I have been harassed a lot. And yes, I keep repeating this sentence everywhere. But I have it hard as a woman, as a Muslim woman, and as a Cushitic woman. So the harassment is, comes doubled up. Even the government propaganda machine came after me with the nasty things. They said I was pregnant. Not that it's a bad thing, but as an unmarried Muslim woman, as it being, it's a false thing, something they want to use against you.
Disinformation.
You see, disinformation. They target women with such vices, such topics, especially like Shakira said, being a Muslim woman. And I'm supposed to be a housewife. I'm supposed to be laid back and shy, but I'm literally the opposite of it. People get shocked when they see my tweets or they see how I move on social media. And I have no apologies to make, honestly. They want to fix you in a box. They want to humble you so bad. They don't want you opinionated at all. That's why the vices always comes out, the misogyny. I have genuinely really suffered online. Men don't have it hard as women do online. The harassment is honestly immense because I am a woman again. Anything I do, anything is misplaced. They're always misplacing things that I say. They have their own agenda to fit me into. simply again because I'm a woman. I would keep repeating this. I've been in this space. I have experienced it. This is my lived experience. I have received threats. They've used AI to undress me. You see, so there's nothing I haven't seen online, and it's really harder for women.
I think, allow me to say, I'm extremely sorry about what you have gone through, and we've seen like most women who go through your experience. Some decide to leave the online platform. What keeps you going? After such horrendous atrocities that being targeted.
Honestly, I don't want to give them that pleasure.
Yeah.
One thing, every time, I don't know if you check, if you follow what I do, every time I'm being harassed online or I'm trending, I would just keep quiet and then come out the next day and tell them, I am still here. Yeah. I am still that girl.
I'm going nowhere.
You see, I'm not going anywhere. So bullies, or rather online insults, always want to see you humbled. They want to see you crushed. And that is a pleasure I'm not going to give them into. And personally, I have a strong character. If you're doing something, you generally don't care about what other people say, what they do, or who they want to turn you into. So I would never give in to bullies. It's never going to happen. So I'm still here. I'm going to be here for a very long time. And honestly, they love to. So for every one hateful comment or person, there are 10 more who love you.
Yeah.
There are 10 more who send you nice, heartwarming messages. That I've honestly enjoyed the privilege of being in this space. And I love it.
And
I appreciate the love as well. The love is there.
That's so refreshing.
The silent majority, they are still there. They keep me going, honestly. They do. And I appreciate them a lot.
And allow me to say this, like your voices is desperately needed. And most of these trolls, their agenda is one, to silence you, to push you off the online platform. But I always do trainings on the issue of TFGBV and digital safety. And I tell the women, tutakanyagana hapo. Like we have to also demand space on the online platform. Because when we talk about the digital gender divide, which is widening every day, and like as women, we are the ones who know our problems. So if we all decide because of the atrocity we leave the online platform, it's going to be a very scary space, because we are talking about now creating this manosphere, which already we know is there. So in your view, are social media platforms doing enough to protect users from this kind of abuse?
Oh, no. They actually do nothing about it, especially X. People get away with a lot. I'm mostly active on X, so there's nothing protecting you from anything. You just have to, your mental fortitude has to be enough to protect you from whatever is going on. But there's honestly no enough mechanism put in place for such things. People get away with a lot.
A lot, yeah. And it is sad, but at the same time, I always say these platforms are in business. So sometimes the chaos works very well for them, because now you find the algorithms are really amplifying this kind of violence. And, because I'm sure sometimes you have been trending for 3 days and you're like, oh, really?
Yes. And it's actually intentional, because nasty, bitter, toxic posts, they get lots of likes and retweets and engagement compared to other positive posts. That's how it's been, especially on X again. At least TikTok a bit, you can delete negative comments. You can, I don't know, you can protect your space a bit, but not on X.
Not on X.
Instagram too is a bit okay. But X, especially for women, you just have to honestly rely on your strength and bravery for it.
And you see now, unfortunately, as you say, it is one of them, like it's a place where we discuss issues of governance, and that's where you are most active. So sometimes you just have to brave these issues, and it is not the best, but it is what it is. So what kinds of support, that is legal, psychosocial, or digital, have you ever seeked in terms of tech-facilitated gender-based violence?
I've attended several workshops that included taking care of yourself security-wise as well, and on the digital place. I would say they helped, but just a bit. And there's genuinely, honestly, nothing that is working for me. Absolutely nothing. You just have to rely on yourself. At least for me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that any kind of training has helped me or has protected me from anything. I don't know, but we're still very far from that.
I think the only thing I would tell you is you keep the trainings, you get useful information. You just pick what works for you and you try and work. But I know it's not an easy situation, and there's no magic bullet or pill in terms of how it can help.
You just have to curate your timeline.
Exactly.
Do what works for you. Yes.
How can communities and organizations, and let me not use governments because we are how can communities, oh my God, like sometimes I'm like, where are we living? Like, which country is this? How did we get here? How can communities, organizations better support digital activists like yourself?
I would say the best thing they can do is offer therapy, which they have, honestly. I'll give them that. I got a lot of concerns and offers last year. Take care of myself. They also give us getaway. Yes. And, for activists to have that space to rewind, to reconnect with themselves. It's been happening. I'll give them that. Treating us well.
And it's good to hear that. Because
we
need you guys saying, we need you.
Yes.
Also now that 2027 is here, you don't even dare say, Ati, I'm with, no, please, yes.
Yes, the organizations have given us spaces to reconnect with ourselves, spaces to, understand each other. Activism or being an active citizen, you need to have a community behind you. And we do have that kind of a community and support. And I appreciate them for that. The therapies, if you want to see a therapist, you'd get one, I think. The organization should give you one.
I know Defenders Coalition. Gloria and her team, Ahmed, they've been doing
actually the best.
They're just kudos to Defenders Coalition. If you can just go and check their website, they have amazing resources and they are doing such a good job. Even there was a time they were offering VPNs to human rights defenders. So yeah.
They're my to-go organization.
I'm so glad to hear that.
And in every way possible, whether you want a therapist, whether you're feeling, you're feeling at risk. And we had protesters at the hospitals who needed to acquire some pipe, for their surgery.
Yes.
And it's just, the Defenders Coalition have been really supportive and nice.
And also, how can we come in to help? Okay, I went for the protest, but I only survived for 2 hours because I was like, what is this? I went with my friend, Lords, and I think we are millennials, we are old millennials. So we just decided this one, it needs, and I that is one of the experiences that I will always take with me, like, wow. Because now being there, this generation, seeing them running around with the police, it takes effort. I found new respect for you people. So, but if you can't be on the streets, what can you do? Because we need everyone voices on this.
Everyone actually did their part and did it in their best way. There was a time I said I was really mentally exhausted and tired last year, and a stranger, my really lovely stranger, sent me 100K and told me to go on a vacation, just unwind and relax. Even after the auditing process and everything, Kenyans contributed and gave me over 500,000. As
go Kenyans, go Kenyans. Yes.
So those are the moments we live for. we see a lot of negativity and toxicity, but honestly, it's the lovely moments are being overshadowed. But I will never forget how Kenyans made me feel too. How they're always making me feel. I will walk in a room and people just jump to hug me, tell me nice things. We just giggle together. It's amazing. Kenyans are amazing people, honestly. All this time I have been online, and the time I have leveraged my social media platform for over 4 years, I have seen amazing things. People I do not know, people I've never met, have stood with me for years, held my hand, warmed my heart. So it's amazing. I would start crying if I get into it, but Kenyans are just amazing, honestly. Sometimes the toxicity overshadows the goodness and the unity that we started, but it's still there.
Yeah. And it's so heartwarming to hear that, because even in the midst of the sea of crocodiles, there's a positive voice, and that really makes a lot of difference. Yeah. So looking ahead, what kind of digital future do you hope to see for Kenyan women and girls, who are just growing and getting into this space?
I hope they continue being loud. I hope they continue protecting themselves and refuse to be boxed. I hate it when women are humbled or try to be humbled. I hope they are unapologetically themselves. I do this for the young girls looking up to me. I do this for the next generation. I do this for the young Muslim women, to find their courage, their spaces, things they are comfortable with. So I hope that, but we need to do a lot, when it comes to taking care of these spaces we're in and taking care of women who are on online spaces a lot. Yes, they're really hard. The misogyny always comes out all the time, the harassment, everything. So I hope there's enough mechanism for that protects women from such vices that, that you can't really tell people how to react, but you can tell women how to protect themselves from everything that's going on. I hope there's no other young Hanifa who is thrown in this space, has a lot of attention on her, and is naive. But I hope I get to inspire other women as well. So women should be unapologetically themselves. Please be loud. Don't question yourself. You are the best. Please. And women on the front line. Even in Tanzania, it's women leading things. Of course, it's a collective effort, but it's women on the front line.
I've seen the likes of Mange.
Yes.
What is the name of this?
Maria.
Yeah, Maria.
And Maria.
Yes.
I love it. Women are taking over. It's not a competition, by the way. And men are equally, involved. But I don't know, we just have it in us. And whether you accept it or not, it's there. So I hope they are unapologetically themselves. Please be as loud as you can.
Yeah, be as loud as you can, and don't shrink yourself to fit into this society. If you could send one message to young women entering online spaces today, what would it be?
For any young woman entering the online platform, I would tell them to keep doing what they do. Block people, mute. Don't entertain.
That's why they are there.
Yes, please don't entertain any disrespect on your name. Don't respond to trolls. Just ignore them, honestly. It works. As someone who's been fighting back for the longest time, but don't allow yourself to be victimized. They want to see you crushed. They want to see you down. So they will always try to put you in a box. It doesn't matter how shy, how humble you are. So take your space, own it, crush it, be yourself, honestly. I keep saying this again, be as loud as you can. You see, own it all.
One feminist who inspires you. Just one.
I love women. By the way, I haven't mentioned this. It's women who've held me online.
And I love this narrative.
Oh
Because
my
also you
God,
get this narrative. It's women who are harassing me. And I'm like, where are we heading?
Guy, me, by the way, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for women on Twitter, if it wasn't for the support of women on Twitter, I would not be here. Every time the harassment came, the bullying, it's women always there. I swear to God, I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for them. They've really stood by me. I love how they all always come together. I just, honestly, if it wasn't for the women on Twitter who've held my hand, of course, and in real life too, it's women have raised
So you
me.
can't
They have
really
lifted me.
pinpoint one.
One would be, I honestly can't pinpoint one, but I just love them all. Even Gadoni, I love her. She inspires me a lot. And Adele.
Oh
my days, I love Adele. Adele has been my inspiration, especially how you take over the online space, forge your own path. She is everything. She has been so unapologetic, so loud, things I love to see in women. So I would say Adele. She really, really inspires me a lot. I love her and I love women.
So one digital tool that you can't live without?
One digital tool? As toxic as it is.
X. Yeah, Elon Musk.
It's X.
Okay. Yeah, X. I tell people, well, I'm not on TikTok. However, I have a pseudo account on TikTok. But if there's one social media platform I'm always on every day is X. However, on the days that I don't want to get angry, I don't go to on X. Yes. Because sometimes you just open X like this. And then I think because of the algorithm, I'm always following politics. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
One advice I would really give people and young women coming into this space, please know how to balance. Balance your life and your online presence. Don't let your life revolve around social media. Please don't ever let your life revolve around social media. I struggled with it last year. My life was just entirely public. I didn't have anything going on for me at all. No, I wasn't hanging out with friends. I wasn't going on vacations. I wasn't doing anything at all. It was just fully online. My life was a public book. I love how this year turned out for me. I finally reconnected with myself. Finally had that balance. So please balance. Find that balance. Don't let your head, get lost in the online space. Please find that balance. Find that sisterhood. Find your community. Don't fully, just find the balance.
It is important.
Yeah.
And also in training, we say like digital detox. Try and sometimes stay away from the online platform. It is extremely healthy because we've also gotten to a point whereby our lives just revolves around this digital platform. And there is a quote that I read somewhere which was so good, and I really like using it. The most connected generation in history is the loneliest generation because we have lost touch with the human part.
Yes.
And, like our lives are just on these screens,
you're scrolling away your life.
Good. So we also need a very healthy balance. And I also say sometimes when you're online, exactly what are you doing? Because I believe you are a product of the content that you consume. Yes. Even people need to be cautious of the content they consume because it is who you are. Whatever you feed your mind, it is what it is. So as we come to the tail end of this conversation, what gives you hope in this whole scenario, especially with this regime that we are dealing with, which I think get worse with each passing day? What is your hope in terms of advocacy and demanding for better governance?
I hope we live long enough to see a reimagined Kenya, a Kenya where, unemployment is in washing away the lives of the youths. They don't listen. You see, when they put in measures in quotes, to counter unemployment, they talk about kazi mtaani, they talk about, mjengo business. And it breaks my heart. We are in this situation, we're in the current situation that we are in because of that.
Yes.
I hope to see a country where youths don't struggle like this. Youths, they're depressed, they're everywhere, they're locked out of opportunities. We have old men like Atwoli, clinging to power and he was bluntly saying youths should not be in power. So I just hope to live in a country where systems work. That is what we've been fighting for. Justice is elusive in this country. There's no justice.
Yeah.
The judiciary, every institution is state captured. Absolutely nothing is working. For a reimagined Kenya, a Kenya that works for everyone, a Kenya where systems work, where youths are not locked out of opportunities. We're sick and tired of that. Youths are the leaders of tomorrow narrative. When is tomorrow? You're stealing away our tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is now. So we're taking back our power. I hope to see a country where we don't really have to struggle like this to survive, honestly.
Yeah. And it is my hopes too that we are going to be witnesses to that time where we can say at least what we fought for is actually coming to fruition. But I doubt if it's going to happen in this regime. So my hope is 2027 we are going to make better decisions.
Namchukua kura.
I know. Like go, like young people go, because we need to vote. We need to make sure that our voices are heard, and we also need to leave out the issue of like, even if we vote, this regime is still going to win. That's such a bad mentality.
Voter apathy.
Voter apathy.
Voter apathy won last election.
Yes.
We can't let it happen
then
again.
We cannot let it happen again. And as you said it very well, they're stealing our future. You understand? So just know that if you don't vote, you are actually taking part in that process of allowing these people to steal your vote. So Hanifa, thank you so much. Thank you so much on behalf of our sponsors today, who are the Association for Progressive Communication, who have been able to make this episode possible. We thank you. And APC is a global network of activists, technology, and feminists who believe that the internet should be a space of freedom, safety, and equality. Yes.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So I don't think I have anything to say. I just want to make sure you take the nuggets that Hanifa has shared today, and let's make better decision. Let's take advantage of the online platform to make sure our voices are heard. Additionally, let us also know where to draw the line in terms of taking a break from social media, in terms of do not make the digital life your entire life. Give it a break at some point. So thank you so much, and see you in the next episode.